Yo, my people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for Midday Live. And listen, people, it's just me and George right now in the building. Bear man, I'm missing. You know what I'm saying to you? The squad is like preseason is on us, man. I'm telling you.
Friendly right now, man.
Preseason friendly right now. So, people, LB might be joining us soon. He's just gone to do some shopping. You know what I'm saying to you? Lee Gunner is probably going to come in late. Yeah, man, big up to everyone who's locked in, man. George, what are you telling me, man? What are you saying?
Good, man. I'm good. Preseason's going well, you know. One loss out of 4, maybe 5. But I'm ready. I'm ready for the season to go, man. Transfer window's been a bit dead, but I'm ready to see some new players join Spurs, ready to get the season kicked off. And yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up to everyone. And obviously, yeah, man. AJ, yeah, 100%, man. Stay safe out there, man, people, man. Because, boy, the UK right now is not in a great place, man. You know, the ones there. But listen, man, we're here, man. We're here. As soon as the football comes in, I'm sure all these, man, will be celebrating these players, innit? Whether they're immigrants or not. You know, the ones there. So we'll see how the energy changes, man. But listen, big up to everyone who's locked in. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow George on TikTok as well, Durag Diaries and whatnot. So make sure you follow him on there. But we only got to start with the whole Conor Gallagher situation, man, because, bro, this Fabrizio Romano, yeah, was moving mad last night at like 2:42 a.m. Man did the here we go and that. You know, that was there. Like, he said, yo, Conor Gallagher's verbally agreed terms, and he said yes to join Atletico Madrid. Here we go to follow today. After formal steps, 5-year deal, La Liga's record fee this summer. Wow. 40 million euros to Chelsea, brokered by Ali Barat from Epic Sports and Paul Nichols. Man said brokered, you know. Yo, is this like when you get them houses and that, you know what I mean? In New York?
What? Yeah, I generally think Fabrizio just comes up with new terms and new terminology to try and make transfers sound interesting. You're like, we know the deal is brokered by multiple agencies and multiple people. Like I thought all transfers were done in that way. There's sort of like an agency to go through, and like there's always 3 or 4 different people. So thank you for the information that we didn't need, Fabrizio. I mean, it's nice to hear Conor Gallagher. Let me just say, my fingers were crossed all summer, and he didn't land at Spurs. He didn't land. I was told by the comment section by plenty of people, prepare for Gallagher. He's coming to Spurs. He's Spurs' #1 target. So for me, I'm happy. I think it's a good move for all parties. He goes to join one of the best teams in the La Liga, and probably they're going to be challenging for the league. So for him, this is a step up. Like, let's take this away. Like, this is definitely a step up for Conor Gallagher. He's playing Champions League football. He's playing the highest level. So it's a great move for him. For Chelsea, they're getting 40 million euro for him. I know they thought that they could get 40, 50 million pounds, of which they already had the bid accepted with Aston Villa and so on. But definitely, look, a good move for Gallagher. Decent amount of money for Chelsea. They're the ones that pretty much kicked him out of the squad, so he can't really complain at this point. He was forced out of the team, and he's going to improve, man. He's going to have a better career and hopefully bring more silver, isn't it?
Pure profit, though, man. Fair play. Listen, Chelsea, I will always say, yeah, they need to teach the rest of the man them how to sell, because, bro, them man can sell. They might be they might be able to maybe the price of where they buy players, but, bro, they can sell well, man, because, bro, if you're getting 40 million euros for Gallagher, which for me, when they got that midfield that they got, you know what I mean? You don't need a Gallagher there, bro. They got their Gallaghers in wherever they got. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, he's a very, very... But my thing is, though...
They do well, yeah? I think they build out early by sending them on these loans. They get them in like League One from 18. So by the time they're like 21, 22, they're in Premier League loans. So they're already, once you've had a Premier League loan, you're a 20 million plus pound player once you've had a really good season. Like, I think he was at West Brom, then he was at Palace, and then he sort of built up on it from there at Chelsea. So that's what they do really well, because they build the value of the players from young. Because they're always getting keys, man.
100%, bro. They that's what they do, man. And fair play to them. Like I said, bro, I look at them, and you know what I mean. Like, but then again, this one here, you say pure profit. They spend 100 million a year on wonder kids. Yeah, I know, man. Like, bro, this Brazilian kids, man. Like, but the thing is, though, they're gonna sell them on again for a lot of money. You know what I'm saying to you? So they're gonna They're gonna do the same
They're
thing
not
they're
that-
doing with these homegrown players. They're gonna end up going on loan, and then someone's gonna end up buying them.
I call it the Brazilian sweatshop. That's what they're doing, man. They're building a Brazilian sweatshop over there. They're just getting all the 15 and 14-year-olds that they think are going to be the next biggest thing, throw 30 million at them, and one of them are going to like come out as one of the next biggest stars out of Brazil. But we all know at least 80% of those players they're signing are not going to work out. They're going to end up in Belgium A-League or the French League on. They're not going to be at top clubs. This is what happens with Chelsea, man. It's the history.
It's that Angelo guy. There's a guy called, is it Angelino or Angelo? Well, he's meant to be some next winger, but I'm like, is he ever going to get game time? You know what I mean? At Chelsea? Like, even the one, Now, he's a baller, to be fair. But even the other one, what's his name? The Brazilian midfielder one went to Strasbourg. What's his name?
Oh, I know, Andre Santos.
Santos, man.
He's doing another season on loan there after the...
Yeah.
Exactly that. Exactly that. This is just another one of the Chelsea players. I mean, I don't know if people remember years ago, there was a player called Lucas Piazon who was supposed to be... If you played FIFA or FM, you'd know that this guy's potential was 90s. In the 90s, he was a top-rated player. He went on about 8 loans before leaving Chelsea. Chelsea have this thing with all these young players where they literally send them out. And Andre Santos, Don, this was another one. He said, I can't wait for him to come back in our squad. I know he's going to be a midfield option. He's good on the feet. He can add in this. He's going back to League One to play for an average club in their league. Like, this shows the level of these players. You bring them in early because they got good names, but Chelsea literally bring them in to then sell them on. They're just looking to sort of keep the money moving at this point. It's just all paperwork.
Bro, listen, you know what it is for me though? Like, I feel like with Chelsea's project here, like they got 41 players in their squad, in it. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of players. 41 is a lot, bro. But they have got some good players, you feel me? Like, they have got some good players. Like, their squad is talented. When you look at Chelsea's squad, though, like, it's probably one of the most talented squads in the league. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at players wise, but obviously having a talented squad doesn't mean you're still gonna do well, innit? You still got to get them all together. You know what I mean? And I think for me, like, bro, Maresca, his biggest job for me is to find balance and say, you know what? F it. I want to stick with this team because this team works. Not just because I want to keep him happy, that player happy. Bro, he's got to get the right team. For me, when I look at it, it's got to be a mixture of Cole Palmer and Nkunku has to be in there. Caicedo's got to be in there. There's some of them. Jackson's got to be in there. But then Dewsbury Hall, who doesn't play then?
That's the thing, though. Like, do you know what it is? Like you said, I think they have a really talented squad. They have a bunch of young players that all have a lot of talent. But Enzo needs to learn how to turn that talent into production, because most of these players haven't actually produced at the level that they're supposed to be at. Caicedo's not produced at that level for Chelsea, nor has Enzo, nor has half of these names that we're going to ring off, apart from probably Cole Palmer, maybe a Malo Gusto. Those are probably Lavia, he needs to prove that he's at the level of what they paid for him, and to prove that he's that talent that they signed him, because even when he left Man City and went to Southampton, he was a big talent. He had a great season at Southampton. A lot of clubs were after him. So I think they need to find a way to turn that into production. But it's also, like you say, they have a lot of players in the same positions. Having a squad of 41 doesn't help. It doesn't help you find your best squad of 11. That means what? There's 30 players that need to sit on the side if you've got a 40-man squad, and 11 are going to come out. 30 players are going to be on the bench. You probably have about 5 for each position. You need to figure out which combination of 3 players work best together. I generally feel like Enzo needs to speed up this process as soon as possible by trimming down the squad. Trim down the squad, choose the players that you want to focus on, and then work with them. Get that squad back down to a 25-man squad, because right now there's far too many options to choose from. Like you said, when we're trying to choose who you want to squeeze in the squad, you got Cole Palmer who can play on the right, but also in the middle. Dewsbury Hall who can play on the middle, but also might deputize on the left or right. You got Nkunku, you got Madueke, you got Mudryk, you've got I've been seeing Malo Gusto play out on the left and right sometimes. He's playing a bit further up. Like, how many players have they got in these same positions? It's just a bit. How are they going to build chemistry together? I don't know.
Bro, listen, I've seen some inverted, left inverted, right inverted. Bro, listen, man, the Premier League's a humble.
The 8 is crazy, by the way. That one's not running. And Nkunku in the 8
is not running. And Nkunku, yeah, bro. I don't know what you're playing, bro. NBA highs. I think you're high right now. You know the ones there.
Hey,
Yeah, shout out to NBA highs, man. But bro, and Cuckoo in the 8, bro. Is that even possible, man? You know the ones there.
you know what? He
It's
did
not even
play
possible.
deeper when he was at PSG back in the day. He's played multitude of positions. I can't lie, but right now, put him in the 9, man. Use that speed up top. He got good hold up play. He can link up with players well. If you're not playing Jackson, you got to play him. And if you are playing Jackson, like Nkunku's going to have to go on either the left or the right and sort of play as a second sort of striker type of thing.
Yeah, this man. Yeah, Nkunku started as an 8-10. He can't play as a 9. Now, I think for me, he's better on the wing. Like, the thing is, has he got enough explosiveness to be playing on the wing? Though I don't know. But then again, it's not. You don't have to directly play on the wing. They can interchange with Jackson. Jackson could go on that side and could go in the middle. One thing about that front three, if they do get it going, Jackson can go on left and could go in the middle. They can all interchange, you know, bro. Like, it doesn't have to be that there's a striker. You know how Man City used to play like that back in the day? Like, everyone could just swap around. Like, that's the beauty of them 3 players there. Cole Palmer could go central. Jackson could go on. You know what I mean? They could all interchange, bro. They could all interchange.
Definitely. I definitely think they could do that. And I think with the like I say, the player types that they've got there, they've got all 3 players that are comfortable on the ball.
Yeah,
they should be able to do that. I don't know whether Enzo's system is going to allow them to do that the way that they want, because the way that I've seen the wingers right now, he sort of has the wingers really high up and wide. So you like the way I saw Madueke against City, as soon as he come on, had him high and wide and sort of just attacking the wingers, attacking the fullbacks. And I remember he used to do that with a few games I watched Leicester last season with Fatu. Fatu used to do the same thing, get that ball high and wide, do those 1v1 attacks. I think Jackson and Nkunku may struggle with that, but like I say, getting the runs in behind, I think if they can utilize Madueke and maybe refine his game a bit more, because I don't think he's a bad player. I know I've took the piss out of him plenty of times.
Oh shit, I forgot about Madueke, you know.
But he's not a bad player. He has some good attributes, but it just needs to be refined into the way that
man. How did you let him go, man? How did you let him go? Tottenham boy, man.
Do you know what? Pochettino let him go. He weren't good enough. Pochettino, when we first had him, he weren't good enough. Pochettino last season, so.
And he was a good talent ID, to be fair. Pochettino had a good talent for young players. So if he didn't see the quality in him, then you know what I mean, bro. It's one of them, innit? You feel me? NBA High says he played advanced 8 for us because left back inverts. Broski. Listen, bro, I swear down. I just have to wait and see how Chelsea play, bro. Because I've got a feeling they could beat Chelsea in that first game of the season, you know. Like I'm gonna say as far as Chelsea could win that first game of the season against Man City, you know. Like if they get their act together and they get Cole Palmer back in there, you don't think so?
You're pushing it, Saeed, man. Did you not see how badly they played against City?
Cole Palmer, there was no Jackson, there was no, you know what I mean? But they weren't ready, man.
The problem for me though was defensively, they looked poor. Like they looked like a team like time out. We get told teams need to take time to learn how to play out from the back. Potter was playing out from the back. Pochettino was playing out from the back.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any difference the last 2 years. It's just the quality in the players don't have the quality to play out from the back as effective as Maresca needs them to at the moment. Tosin, I know Don's spoken to him already, but if Don does join this stream at one point, we will need to have a conversation about him, because they kept going about how we're signing experienced players. This guy is going to come in with the Premier League. He looked like the worst player on the pitch the other day. Oh my God. Every time he's on the ball, he's trying to give it away with his passing. He turns like a truck. I know they were talking about
he turns like a truck, bro. I'm telling you now.
He turns like a truck. He cannot move. In the transition, Haaland was killing him. So I think they're going to have some defensive issues until they fix out where these players are going to play. Because another one that we're going to have to start having conversations about, Levi Colwill. Oh my God. I don't think he's terrible again at all. He's not a bad player. But he was getting England shouts just 6 months ago. They're saying he needs to come and start for England. He needs to be in this. He's done nothing in a Chelsea shirt to warrant this. He's had about 10 good games for Brighton under De Zerbi, where he looked comfortable on the ball. And the thing that they made sound so great was when he put his foot on the ball, so he slows down the game.
Yeah. Well, he got cooked by Anthony, bro. Man got cooked by Anthony. I'm telling you now, yo. If you're getting cooked by Anthony, fam, Broski, you need help, bro. I'm telling you now,
No,
man.
Cole will definitely he needs one, and I know he's played across again. He's played centre back, left back, but if you're good, for me, if you're
stay somewhere.
Player, you stay somewhere. Like you find your position,
somewhere.
and the manager will be like, "You're irreplaceable in this position." But the fact that he's being moved all around just says that he's not proven in that one position, centre back, that this is his own. He he's too versatile for his own good at this point. So that's another Chelsea's defense is a problem. Is definitely a problem.
Yeah, 100%. Big up Ahmad. Big up to you. Big up everyone. Love the content, brother. Keep the hustle going. Big up, bro. Everyone in the building right now. There's 916 people here. Hit the like button. What's their best defense though? Like, just I would say for me. Oh, he's here now. Oh, he's here now.
Bro,
you said he was coming. Bro, you didn't see
my man.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you heard listen. Bro. You heard what I was saying.
Bro, I've been able to pattern a few calls and whatnot quickly, but I can't stay too long. But I'll stay as long as I can in it.
Come on, bro. Love, man. You hear the slander? You're not having this.
Huh?
I'm hearing you hear the slander. You were like, nah, man, we're not having this. You know what I mean?
Bro, George was quite fair in his take, though. George was actually quite fair in his take because a lot of the things that he said about our preseason so far, I agree with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people have this narrative that I just back everything my club do, bro. I'm one of the few guys that will actually criticize guys when they need to be criticized, bro. Yeah, right. I was at the final with Ches and Jem. When what's his name, Enzo Fernandez was thinking out the place. They kept trying to defend him, and that I said, bro, Enzo just stinks today. Yeah, Poch set up the team correctly. He's not playing well today. It is where it is, you know. So I'll never be scared. I'll never be scared to criticize my team, innit? But what's the question, Said? What did you want to ask me, bro?
No, we're just talking about Chelsea and how they are right now. You know what I mean? And we're talking about Gallagher and the whole Gallagher situation.
We were actually talking about your defensive problems. That's what we were talking about. How we're going to come into some defensive problems into the season, because what I highlighted in particular, Tosin Adarabioyo, boy, you were talking about how immobile drive Banfield was. That guy turns like a whole truck, bro. And I'm talking about the 7-ton lorries, bro. That guy's going nowhere. His short range passing is poor. Like
His short range passing ain't poor, bro.
Building upon that, I think Levi Cole will need to have some conversations about him too.
Oh yeah. We'll get into that. But bro, with what it is with Tosin, he had a poor game. He had a poor game the other day, but against Club America, bro, he had a very good game. In fact, you know what I'm saying? That's probably his best performance so far in preseason. But the other day, bro, he was shocking. And the thing is, with our defenders, I honestly don't think it's an ability thing, bro. I think it's more of a concentration mentality thing, Jules. Yeah, because the other day, Man City and both of us were playing on that shit pitch. You know, I don't want to hear nothing about it was the pitch, because we both had to play on that pitch. It was shit, and they need to sort that out, right? Next year, when all of our teams go to America, they can't be playing on shit pitches like this, right? But Man City weren't making those mistakes. That's why I have to look at guys and think, yo, Tosin, why are you playing the ball to the opponent when you can see he's literally over there, bro? He's running right there. You're playing it straight to him. You know what I'm saying? Caicedo, hold on, Roms, yeah? Caicedo was poor in possession as well for their second goal that they scored. Obviously, he just came back. There's a bit of that as well. There's rust. You know, Dewsbury Hall in his first game was very rusty as well. You know what I'm trying to say? But end of the day, bro, it's all about trial and error, bro. That's what preseason is. I've always known preseason to be a place to try things and whatnot, especially when we've got a big squad. He's trying to work out who can play where. You know what I'm trying to say? Against Club America, he found a solution that worked. We scored 3 goals. We didn't concede any goals either. We looked very good defensively. We looked good going forward. The next game, he changed the system, bro. He changed the personnel. He just played Mudryk right wing. He played Gusto left wing. He played Enzo in between the lines. He played Caicedo and Lavia in the midfield with no one inverting. Like, it was completely different to what we saw the game before, and it didn't work. And then when he did make the changes in the game, like you've said with Madueke and Sterling, when they came on, we looked a lot better, bro. You know what I'm saying? We looked a lot more threatening, and we ended up scoring. And defensively, away from us gifting Man City the goals, what did Man City really create, Jules? You know what I'm saying? I know Oscar Bob had he had a good performance. He scored a nice individual goal, but they weren't cutting through us the way they weren't cut. Wait, hold on, Roms. Yeah, just one last point before you can come in. They weren't cutting through us the way Wrexham and Celtic were. You know what I'm saying? It was more on us gifting them because of how they were pressing us and guys were just giving the ball away. You know what I'm trying to say? So, bro, there's a lot to improve on in it. You know, but I don't expect him to start that lineup again, man.
Do you know what I'd say, Don? It's a bit shameless I rate Tosin, by the way. Let me put that out in first place. It's a bit
Yeah,
shameless to compare Tosin's performance against Club America to Man City. You know why everyone will care about the Man City performance? Because you actually play them 2 to 3 times a year. You're probably not going to play Club America till the next 2 or 3 seasons. So everyone's going to be fixated on that performance. It kind of is, because the better opposition that you're actually going to face, people care about how he performs against them. You should care about more how he performs against Man City than a Club America.
But the reason why I flagged that is because Jules was talking about him as if he's been shit all preseason. He had a shit game.
No, I didn't. He had a shit game.
Yes. With that same logic,
I've not watched the whole of Chelsea preseason. I used based off of the game that I saw against the opposition. Like Rom said, he's going to be playing in the Premier League. And also, when you said the City didn't create chances, you can't blame them. They were 2-0 up in 5 minutes. They didn't need to create chances. At that point, you need to wait, especially when it's preseason, they're going to let you bring the game to them because they had a young team. They're just looking to go through the phases. They're just looking to build experience. They don't really care if they've already 2-0 up. They don't need to go and win the game. They just want to, slow the game down, keep the ball, just keep it moving, tire you out. So at that point, that's why you created more chances. And that's why you was more dangerous, because you had to be.
No, we had more possession, bro. We kept the ball a lot more than them. But the problem was we weren't creating nothing because of how we were set up. Very similar to England. Yeah, we weren't creating shit for England because of how we were set up.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah, big up, by the way. Big up, Jimmy says Pochettino was a problem. Okay, he's gone. Gallagher was a problem. Okay, he's gone. Let's see what Maresca and the most expensive midfield assemble's going to do. Let me ask you a question, because obviously season's approaching now. Obviously, we'll get our big predictions, but you confident for what you see in pre-season that you're ready? You're feeling confident about the season? Like, do you think this is going to be a good season for Chelsea? Like, honestly,
no, I can't say I'm confident for the season yet, because it's one of them ones where it's like, I've seen him try different players in different positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen him find a solution as of yet, which he's sticking to. Yeah, that's where I'm expecting him now against Real Madrid and against Inter Milan, to now see a team which is going to be close to what we see against Man City. Now, I'm not trying to see any more mad experiments. You know what I'm trying to say? But in terms of getting it together, I'm confident that he will be able to put a team together. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Maresca that I've noticed is he's quite proactive. When he sees something isn't working, he just changes it, bro. Yeah, like Jules has said, Levi was struggling with the wide areas. What did he do? He took off Tosin, who was bonging out the place. He puts Levi more centrally, and then he puts Badiashile in the wider areas, because he's better at covering the wider areas. He took off Caicedo. Obviously, he gave him a little bit of fitness. He put Gusto, started inverting him again. We looked a lot better. So for me, bro, he's showed me a few indications already in game management that when he realizes that he's done something wrong, he will change it. But what I'm saying is people are going a little bit too early, like, oh, he's playing people out of position like Poch, he's doing all this. And I'm like, bro, I've always known preseason to be trial and error. That is the time when you want your manager to be trying things, not in the season. That was the difference with Poch. Poch all preseason done the same thing for every single game. When the season started, he started to change it. Whereas Maresca's doing it the other way around. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to be seeing him experimenting bears in the season and that. By then, he should know what system works for him. You know what I'm trying to say?
You didn't say this, innit? You didn't say this, bro. You didn't say this.
This is what I mean. It was I remember I was on that stream. It was tongue in cheek. People take things too literal.
Yeah, this one here, but this one here, is it true, man? You know what I mean? Our context clips, Don gets unfair. Big up Strasbourg, Steve. Yeah, listen, man.
Bro, they don't like the fact.
You didn't say Conor Gallagher. Did you say Gallagher?
You know what? I actually remember the stream. You said Rodri's scared of Gallagher, but it was more tongue in cheek. I was on
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what's going on here? We can't have a little bit of banks. You know what I'm saying? You know, but all it is, Saeed, yeah. People try to call me deluded. People try to come for me and all of these things, yeah, because they only speak or listen to Chelsea fans that like to crush it on the players and don't want to view the game tactically, bro. You know, if the players haven't played well, I will forever criticize them. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that he had Gusto left wing, Mudryk right wing, Enzo playing in between the lines where I don't like him. But there's other content creators. If they want to ignore that, that's on them. I never will, bro, because I don't view the game like that. I don't view the game like that. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna go see those people, that don't want to fucking talk about tactics, bro, go to them man there, them racist man there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? But end of the day, it is where it is, innit? We'll see who laughs last. We'll see who gets called deluded last, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Funny how XO bullies aren't even allowed in the country anymore. Like certain
they're not allowed in the country anymore. It's mad.
Certain man are not even allowed in Cobham no more. Like,
bro, crazy.
Man are crying
KSA,
about him, you know, as if we're losing Iniesta, bro. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here.
bro.
Then they want to cry about standards, bro.
Bro, big up KSA, man. Tossing his shit. Levi Jeans got exposed and get cooked. Disaster is a disaster. Fafana not ready in his match fitness. Only one who starts should stay. Chalobah. Broski, listen, it's mad, bro. Chalobah, the one that they listen, you might be selling him, Chalobah. You might be leaving. He's not being allowed to train. Is he allowed to train still?
Do you know what's so mad, Don? Yeah, I know you're doing obviously the pure profit thing, because that's what a lot of people like to leave out. Chelsea have made a lot of profit off their academy. However, and I want to know your opinion on this. I think Tosin, I know it was on a free, but Tosin and Chalobah, there's not much difference in ability, you know. I don't think one's better than the other. I think they're both. I want to know your thoughts on that. I think Tosin and Chalobah they're about the same. They're generally about the same.
Yep.
Tosin can bring more to the team, innit? Tosin can bring more to the team in terms of his aerial ability and whatnot, yeah. But yeah, like, listen, I was happy keeping Chalobah in it, but let's be real about it. He's now third choice behind Tosin. You know, he's straight profit. It was always going to get moved on. As much as I would have moved this last one before him.
Who's your starting centre for this season? Because you're quite stacked in that department. Cole has to start, and who's going to start next to him?
Bro, I'll rather start Badiashile, bro. I'll rather start Badiashile. Bro, this is what I'm saying. This is the perception that Poch has created.
It's a good headache to have.
Roms, this is the perception that Poch has created. When Badiashile first came Chelsea in that January, the same way people talk about Augusto, the same way people were talking about Palmer, is the exact same way they were talking about Badiashile. Even rivals. Oh, this Badiashile guy looks good, you know. Remember what Ty was saying? Badiashile looks proper.
They even have the song. Tomoli, what's this man?
France in a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. And he brought us Badiashile. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Bro. And then last season,
man. That's what they're saying nowadays.
Last season, he went to France and brought him back in the Corsa, bro. Last season, he was ass.
Bro, but the thing is, though, I spoke about this bears, bro. I said, listen, I can't excuse for like silly mistakes that he was making. Remember when we played Newcastle, yeah? And he just gave the ball to Callum Wilson, yeah? I was even at that game as well, yeah? I can't excuse for things like that. But as a structure, bro, I can look at how the team was set up, yeah? The fact that he had Caicedo on a lone island, the fact that he had Gallagher hiding behind players, well, not Poch, but Gallagher used to hide behind players. Enzo was God knows where in the midfield. You've got Badiashile, a technical player, looking to pass the ball, and there's no one there, Roms. So what's he supposed to do?
As well. That's one thing I'll say. He breaks lines.
In bare space, bro. He's in bare space. He's looking around. There's no one there. But then straight away, people will just ignore that. That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of people that don't watch that. They'll ignore it, and straight away, Badiashile shit. And I'm like, bro, can you not see what your eyes are showing you right now about how this team's being set up? I honestly, but when it comes to England, this is what I'm saying. When it comes to England, people are so quick to see it. Oh my God, look how he's got Declan Rice by himself. Look how he's got Declan Rice in the midfield by himself. Oh wow. When it comes to Chelsea, no, he can't be the manager, man. It's all the players. You might just overrate your players, man. Fuck that, you lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, okay. I'm gonna say Chelsea finish 5th next season. What are you man saying?
John. Me and John spoke about. I think Spurs 4th, Chelsea 5th. I think Chelsea.
You think Spurs are gonna finish ahead of us? You think Spurs are going to finish ahead of us?
John, I said this 2 weeks ago.
I'm not even going to comment on it because I know we're finishing ahead of them.
I've already got peas on that. Let's slap peas on it. We can, bro.
I think Chelsea are going to finish. Do you know? I don't want to give a final position as of yet.
Wait till the
transfers, but I think you finish in and around that position, 5th or 6th again. I don't think you push the boundary of top 4 as of yet. I don't think you got your team ready for it.
How ready are you then? How ready are you? Because you finished 3 points ahead of us.
We've got a similar team. Our team's built upon it because it's our second season of our manager. We ain't starting this process again. So
you got BJ? You got BJ on that side. You got fucking Timo. Is that what's supposed to be scary?
Brennan Johnson. I guarantee you, Brennan Johnson have a better season than. Wait, I can guarantee you that Brennan Johnson has a better
50 million on BJ, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put money on it right now that he finishes more GA than Madueke. I'll tell you that right now for free.
Oh,
George.
Oh, you want to do that because Madueke got 8 GA in minimal game time, bro.
George, I watched your game, yeah. I watched your game early.
Madueke's better than him as well.
I watched your game early in preseason against Rangers, and you see Bergau. Mikey Moore looks like a baller, by the way. You see Bergau. Do you reckon he'll start?
No. Before he even says his take, yeah. People like to cook me because I do my. Now I'm coming for people today. Fuck it.
No, do it, man. This is what we're here for.
I'm coming for you lot.
He's coming to talk about research he done on Bergman,
Man,
bro.
no. Let's not do this. Man, want to try cook me. Man, want to try cook me and say, how can people try cook me for researching and watching games on players that we're linked to and say, yeah, this guy looks good. Oh no, you only like him because he's linked to Chelsea. But Jules, when I was watching man like Bergvall, your Swedish fish,
yeah, you told
and
me
I told you the guy looks like a cage baller. I told you he looks like a cage baller. Yeah, you weren't saying much then. Now all of a sudden, all the Spurs fans are loving him off.
Because what did I tell you? No, I said I won't believe it. I need to see.
Only Chelsea players that have got a good talent.
I said
talent
to you, when everyone watched this Bergvall, everyone's seen the ability of what he could do in that league. I told you I need to see it in a Spurs shirt before I even get gassed about anything, because playing in the Swedish league and playing in the Premier League or at this level is two very completely different things. To Romsey's question, I think he actually might start going into the next, maybe not the first couple games, just because I think Ange is one of those guys that
November in that. Yeah.
I think Ange just go with the team and the players that he's trusted since last season for the first couple games. But building into the season, no doubt in my mind, Bergvall starts, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's ahead of Madison. I think the way that he plays is his confidence in that position. And I'm not saying as because Madison, I can't lie. His performances, and it's just pre-season, so again, I don't judge too much. But I haven't seen that same Madison I saw at the start of last season, and for the past 6 months, he hasn't gone up to that level.
Do you know what it is, George? Yeah, I've only watched the Rangers game by this, so I've not seen the rest of your pre-season game. But I saw him floating everywhere, and I was more for why? Because for me, I know Madison had a poor second half season from when he got injured to the end, but he still is your best creator. But what I saw Bergvall doing, I look at your wingers. Werner's not it. Brennan Johnson, I think, is decent, but probably not Spurs level. I look at your wingers and a lot of them are popping. So I'm thinking maybe Bergvall to replace one of your Kulusevski. Obviously, I rate. He'll retain his place, but I'm looking maybe your left side, and I think there's a place up for grabs.
Nah, not on the wing. I think on the wing, the way that Ange wants his wingers to play, he wants them to get to the byline, beat their first man, get to the byline, cut it back.
He's more cutting.
Yeah, like Brennan Johnson, and that's the thing. People don't like Brennan Johnson, but for what Ange wants, he does it perfectly. He gets to the byline. He gets to the byline, cuts it across, and he does the job. Whether I think Brennan Johnson is good enough, that's another question. But he does what the team needs, and that's to get the ball into the box. And with a potential signing like Solanke, that's what we need. You need a player to get that ball into the box to the feet, and Solanke's movement is perfect for that. So them two could work out together. But Bergvall,
he's a perfect option, man.
They should go for Tony. Tony's right there.
I think for me though, let me ask you. I think low key, I think Solanke's a better fit for Tottenham than Tony. And
that's what I think.
Let me land here, because I think for me with Tony. Don't get me wrong, he's a brilliant footballer, but I don't think he's going to do the stretch of the defense, the pressing from the front. I don't think he's agile as what he's going to get in that system than Solanke. I think Solanke in that system will do more than, let's say. But if it's Tony went to United, it's a bit more different, because we don't play the way that Tottenham play. But I
think if you need a target man, you go for Tony. Sony's
target man. It suits them more. Solanke suits them more.
I think if you had direct wingers, George, or like a younger Heung-min Son, I think Tony would be perfect, because he can drop in. He naturally that's it, and you have runners in behind. But you're actually right side. Solanke's probably a better fit. But I still think Tony's the better striker.
I agree.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He's the better striker. 100% better striker.
Tony in front of goal is just cold as ice.
Yes, I heard your links with Neto. Heavy. If you get him, I heard your links with him heavily as well.
Do you know what? Spurs are linked to quite a few forward players heavily. I think it just depends who we're going to go and spend that big money on. I think it's either one person in that forward line is going to be that 65, 70 million pound player. Who is it going to be? I don't really know. Neto would be a standout. But again, with him, you look at some of the injuries. Is he going to be available all season? Is he going to be around for when we need him? We need him for multiple competitions. It's going to be a tough one, but... Yeah, man, I don't really know. I think Solanke is definitely one of the good options, but the fee that they're quoting for him, 55, 60 mil, that's crazy money, man.
Bro.
He's not worth that.
This shows you how bad the striker market is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how much you pay for?
But bro, he's literally they're probably their best player, right? Key player as well.
I know exactly.
He literally scored 19. He scored 19 goals last season in the league. Realistically, how much do you think Bournemouth are going to?
I think the problem is Don though is he's not proven across multiple seasons. Like he's had a great season, and his profile, like what you say, player profiles, I think he suits Tottenham perfectly. I think he has the ability to score 15, 16 goals on a consistent basis. He just hasn't proven it. So the price that comes with a player that hasn't proven it across multiple seasons is a bit mad for me. £60 million is like, you want to sign a player that's actually going to be guaranteed to give you that quality. He isn't.
He's one of the few that are up there though, George. He's one of the few that's up there, bro.
Do you know what?
We'll get you goals, bro. Solanke will get you goals, bro.
Do you know what, Don
No,
and George, this goes into what you were just saying, George, yeah? I think Neto is that guy you should spend the money on because he's guaranteed. However, I don't like this notion that, well, actually, it's not a notion. He is injury prone, but I think there's certain players that are exception to the rule. Neto, you know, your guaranteed performances. He's the type of player that don't really even need to put up GA, and he's just affecting the game. So I think that's the type of player where, yeah, he is injury prone, but you take the punt on him. Honestly, that he's that good, you take the punt on him. But yeah, man, I think if you was to get Neto over there, I feel like he'd probably stay at Wolves. But if you was to get that over the line, that's serious.
He won't leave.
Yeah, but Roms, the thing is though, the idea of Neto is great.
Especially
the idea of Neto is great, but bro, if he's never available, that doesn't mean anything. This is the problem.
I said, bro,
you don't have to firm it, bro. I don't know how much you know expecting to get. For
the way I see it is we paid 60 mil for Richarlison, isn't it? So you really can't get much worse than that.
Richarlison at Everton weren't a bad player, man.
He wasn't.
Even at Watford, bro. Even at Watford, he weren't bad. He was good.
Do you know what, man? Do you know what, man? I think it was a PR thing because let's be honest, it was just before the 2022 World Cup. Like, he was doing well for Brazil. Spurs were probably like, you know, let's do a fail to sell some shirts and all that. But let's be honest, actually, Richarlison had that little purple patch, but he was never really it. Spurs fans tried to tell you he was it. Everton he was, but I knew once he made that jump, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
he was never ready for it.
Yeah, no, but I think with Tottenham, the only thing reason why I think they'll struggle next year is because I just don't know that same level of intensity that they play at. He might get found out again a little bit. This is why Ange, don't get me wrong, I like his philosophy, I like his management, but will he get found out? Will he be a bit naive next second year?
No. He already has been found out, Saeed. So now the question is, how is Ange gonna adapt after first year? You know what I'm saying? Because we already know that the guy's stubborn, because I was one of the few guys I'm a rival, and I was telling Jules, I was telling Patrick, I said, bro, Ange, for me, I think is actually going to be quite good for Spurs. These lot were bare skeptical. I said, research that I've done, research that I've done on this guy, and just by looking at him, he looks like a competent coach. But my take started to change when we played these lot, and it went down to 9 men, and I saw him not adapt to that game. He still persisted with that high line, and I said, this manager's clearly stubborn in his ways. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's all about adapting this year, Jules, because everyone knows Ange ain't going to change how he plays. Question is, how is he going to adapt, bro?
Yeah, facts.
I think, but people, one thing, like you know, if you've done your research, you will know that Ange tends to build up in his second season. His second season tends to be his stronger ones because he learns. The first season sort of that time where everyone's still figuring out, everyone's still getting used to the style of play. And I think in the first season, he gives a lot of the players leeway. We have a young squad. He signs a lot of young players. So he gives them that time to get used to him, get used to the system, and get used to how we play. This season, I don't think that he's going to be as he's not going to be as lenient as he has been towards some of these players. I think he's going to be a bit more ruthless. I think he's going to demand a lot more. I think Tottenham are going to build into his strategy a lot better. And I see us already in pre-season at times. Of course, I do think the pre-season has been a bit up and down, and the quality of players, the quality of teams that we're playing aren't of the level that you can really judge of how good your team is. But the patterns of play, where I'm seeing certain players take up positions, the changes that we're making, and some of the different players playing in some different positions, like, I don't know, Donley and a little left back in the inverted role. I'm seeing Ange show that tactical nous that he can improve, he can adapt. So this season, without even any of the signings coming in, I still expect Tottenham to be better than last year. I still expect a major improvement. And that's why I'm confident of finishing ahead of the likes of Chelsea, because I still think you lot have a time, you're going to have to figure it out.
But do you have the squad?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Look at your squad, bro.
Your squad.
Tottenham's squad it's not as weak as many think. We have a young squad, I will say that. So we have a squad of players of maybe the expectation might be too much for them in this year. I'm not too sure. I want to see how they can cope with it. But we have a lot of young players coming through. Our midfield is stacked. I don't think that we have any problems with our midfield. Maybe defensively, I think we may need a 6. I've always wanted a 6, and we're looking at a few younger options in there to come and help with Archie Gray. But apart from that, I feel like the main problems for Spurs are going forward. I don't feel anywhere else in the pitches we have much issues. It's just having that one player in the front line who can create something out of nothing in that forward three, and then just having a finisher, man. We need someone who can finish, because Werner, Johnson, and the rest really can't finish apart from Son.
Yeah, facts, man. 100%. Guys, there's 1.1k in the building. Get these likes up. We're on 296 likes. Big up everyone in the chat. You know what I mean? Let's get up to 500 likes. There's some news just come out now about Atletico Madrid and João Felix. Apparently, they're saying that Atletico Madrid have offered João Felix on loan with an option to buy plus cash to Man City for Julian Alvarez, according to the Mail. Alvarez is valued at Man City at 75 million plus a further 10 million based on success. Man, what are we saying about this Alvarez news, man? Because, bro, João Felix is always a player that City have always looked at, you know. And right now,
Felix is looking like Madrid's #1 hooker right now, because he's just getting thrown all over the gap. Like, let me chuck him in a deal. Like, that's all they're trying to do, bro. Is trying to get anything for him, because the amount of money they spent on him and the amount of money they've got back, they're trying to claw back pennies,
bro. He's still, bro. The thing is, he's still a very, you know what I mean, like intelligent player. Like, he's,
you know what? That's the thing.
I mean,
he's an intelligent, and for me, he's a talented player. I don't think that. I think Pep will get some use out of him. Let me not try to say that. I think Pep always finds a use for a player, and a player of his quality and technical ability, Pep could definitely, like he said, he could potentially fix Felix. He could, in that sort of that false nine position across the front line, when he has those attackers, and they're all Felix working in that role, and I think he could actually build in there. But for me, Julian Alvarez is just so good. I rate Alvarez. I don't think it's a player that City, and they obviously don't want to get rid of him, but I feel like if they can find a way to fit him into the system more often, then do that, because I think Alvarez is a player that for the future is going to be huge. And I think it'd be a big loss for City, but I'm sure LB will probably disagree and say they're fine without him, because they do have plenty of players.
No, you know what it is, yo. Big up everyone, man.
Big up, man. How was the holiday, man? Good, yeah.
Oh, bro.
Looking tan, man.
Looking tan and that. Come on.
This is me, bro. This is me, like maximum tan. Yeah, I don't go. I ain't blessed, bro. I ain't blessed. So yeah, this is me.
Come on.
That was sick. No, listen. Yeah, when it comes to Alvarez, yeah, listen. It was always going to be him or Haaland, didn't it? I said this. I literally said this the day we signed them. I said in 2 to 3 years, one of these guys is going to leave, and everyone was telling us it was going to be Haaland, didn't it? Oh, Haaland will go Real Madrid. Well, then Alvarez would then step up in it when he left. As it turns out, clearly, people are coming to the realization that Haaland probably ain't going Real Madrid anytime soon, because obviously they got Vinny, they got Mbappe, Rodrigo. So Alvarez, he actually plays a lot. If you looked at his minutes last year, yeah, he plays a lot. The problem is, look at where the minutes are coming from. It's in midfield, man. Yeah. And like, you don't want to play midfield, bro. So listen, we're gonna sell him in it. Like, we'll probably get about, I don't know, 70 mil, which I think is mad cheap this day and age for someone like him. But yeah, we'll see, man. Listen, we got players already in there, like who can fill in, or we could. Apparently, they're talking about maybe João Felix on a loan or something. I don't know. So yeah, I think we'll be chilling. I think we'll be fine.
There was news about Arsenal linked with him, but I don't know, man. Atletico Madrid is a decent move for him, man, because at the end of the day, he's gonna be their main striker. Morata's left. You know, Depay ain't really cutting it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to be a starter. You know what I mean? There was linked with Chelsea, but I think that's died down now. I think Chelsea looking for a striker now. They're kind of set on their team right now. But
no. We are still linked. We still want a striker, bro.
You still want a striker, right?
Yeah,
you might not done.
No, we're not done.
I thought you were content with Gu and Jackson. I think that was.
Yeah, Gu and Jackson's calm, man.
No. Listen, for me, like, if we want someone, listen, for me, if we go sign another striker now, it has to be someone a little bit more guaranteed in it. I don't want Omarodi. I've told you a million and one times. I don't want to run Omarodi. No. But we're still very interested in Osimhen, right? So that might happen, because obviously they want Lukaku. But Alvarez, he's got the sort of profile. Say that again, Rums.
You reckon that gets done? The Osimhen deal.
It all depends, man. Like, is he going to lower his salary? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to bring the P's down for him? because he doesn't want to go on loan, innit? He wants to go permanently, and the agent wants to.
Yeah, he wants to go permanent. Yeah,
but then they want Lukaku, so there's a deal there that can happen. But then Chelsea don't want to break the wage bracket for him, which I agree with in all honesty, because Osimhen for me is not world class, innit? So we'll see, man.
You know what it is for me though with Alvarez. It's not a big miss though, innit? You know what I mean, LB. But the thing is though, you won't have any options. You know what I mean? If Haaland's injured, like you're gonna have to play what a false.
But that's what I think we should do, because the problem is, if we buy another striker, we're just gonna fall into the same trap. They're never gonna play.
Yeah.
So then you know what it's like, yeah. I hate it when people say, "Oh yeah, but they'll be fit and ready." Yeah, there's a difference between being fit and being match sharp. Yeah, we all seen it when a player comes back from injury and they're not cooking straight away, but they're fit. So why they're not cooking? Because they are fit, but they're not match sharp. And it's the same thing. If you have a player that's not playing because you've got a better player in front of him, which will happen with Haaland, yeah, and to some degree, it's going to happen to whoever we get for the Rodri replacement. They ain't never going to play. And then after a month, you're going to say, "Oh, we need you to play because he's injured." And it's like, well, chill. Like, I ain't ready, bro. I'm not match fit.
Do you know what, LB, though? I agree with you, don't sign another striker because they're not going to want to play second fiddle. We have the same problem on our right-hand side. Yeah, get a right winger, cool, but then they're just going to hold bench because Salah doesn't get injured. However, I rate Oscar Bob so highly, bro. And I think, let's say Haaland had 2 or 3 games out. I think he can slot into that role for maybe a month or so until Haaland comes up in.
Yeah,
I know they say not to hype up talents too much, but he's a player. You can just tell he's actually a player. And I think he can play 2-3 games in that 9 role, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's been our best player this whole preseason, man. Like, the guy's actually been cooking on gas. Like, I think it's been a big year for him. Big year.
Yeah. Let's see.
LB, what's his best position? He's actually on the right, yeah?
Now, you know what, bro? When I watched him in the academy, his best position was in the pockets in the middle.
Yeah.
He's got that little, like, he's got that little David Silva-esque style, like picking up space in the pockets, quick turn, play a ball in.
Regions, man. You know, you got bare regions of that because obviously you kind of like, you know, you got all these players that have been molded in this kind of era of pep in it, you feel me? So you got these little, even that guy McAtee. I think McAtee's a baller.
It reminds me of Mares, man, Oscar Bob, man. When he's on that right hand side,
yeah, bro,
shimmies and turns, and he's like taking on the players, standing them up, doing like the drop of the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's just so clean, man.
LB, that's interesting what you said because I always saw Bob as a 9. Whether you out and out target man, drop in, I think he's that good. He could just play that 9 role.
You know what, bro? I think you were right in what you said earlier. I wonder if you said like you can kind of just play anywhere across the front 3, man. Like that's the blessings with him. Like when we had Palmer couldn't really play left wing, man. Like, and that's why a lot of people didn't like him at City because he kept on playing left wing, and he's not a left winger, bro. He's left footed. He's not a left winger. Just he can play in the middle, he can play on the right, but he's not a left winger. Whereas
the only time I saw him cook there, was when we you know when you won the league and we played you, we fucking played Aspilicueta right back, and he done him up the whole game, bro. That was the only time. Other than that, I don't like Palmer on the left. So when people are telling me like, Palmer can play on the left, I'm like, bro, I don't like him there, bro.
I watched Palmer, since like I don't know under 19s, and like he's not a left winger, bro. He's attacking mid or right winger, man. So
yeah. I don't know. We'll see, man. People keep liking the video. People touching on Arsenal, man. Listen, you know what I mean. The title is this Arsenal's year, man? But bro, we keep saying this every year, man. But do we think like I start with you, Rom? Do you think they've done enough business for you to be like, yo, like they're ready? Marino could be coming through. They've got Calafiori. They haven't bought a striker for some reason. Like, what are we saying about Arsenal? Because I feel like for me, it's like it's now or never, man. You know what I mean? Because this year they must. If they don't win the league this year, bro, like them man need to be bantered, and even I am because I'm not bothered, man.
They'll have no more excuse if they do not do it this year. They'll have no more excuse. Like put it like this: let's say the window was to shut this evening, and everyone went in with their squads. For me, it's still City. Like, I can't look past Pep and City, but look, the window's not done, and I do think they bring in a 9. Marino, I don't know much about. The only time I've watched Marino is in a Newcastle shirt, and that was like 8 years ago. So I don't know much about Marino. But the odd, again, I always say this week in, week out, compilations will make you look like the best thing. But from what I have seen, I feel like Martinelli could get joy this season because Marino likes to play inside. Something he can help Martinelli on that left wing because this is another big season for him. I think even Arsenal fans are getting slightly restless. If Martinelli doesn't have a good season this season, I think the rat could be on the wall. But Marino, I don't know much about. Calafiori, from what I've seen, I've only seen him in the Euros. Never watched him for Bologna. Never watched him for Basel. I wanted him at my club. It's a good signing, but they still need that number 9 because I know they come with that narrative that we scored our most ever goals. We scored our most ever goals. Whatnot. We were only 2 points off City. They still need that gunman, and I've repeatedly said the only answer for me is Isak. But he's going to give Newcastle that one more year. See what Hazard did with Chelsea, CR7 with Ronaldo. You just give that one more year and respect the club. For me, Isak's the answer. All these other 9s, Gyökeres, do I think he brings them to the league title? No. Osimhen, I've always said Osimhen's overrated. Doesn't mean he's bad, but I think Osimhen overrated. I think all the other 9s in the market aren't Arsenal standard. However, where I'll sound hypocritical because they still need goals. And I think if they just get something, it could take them over the line, but I think that's the answer.
Rums, let me ask you a question though, bro. Yeah, because like people always asking Arsenal about the transfers and that. For me, it's more. It's for me. Arsenal are already there. They have the squad. They have the manager. Yeah. For me, it's more about they need to develop the mentality to win and get over the line. At the end of the day, they've been in a position the last 2 years to win the Premier League, and they've not won it both times. Yeah. For me, that's more like mentality. Like they need to be buying winners, bro. They need to be buying players that have won stuff. So when they get to like match day 33, match day 34, and all the players are sat there going, "Oh shit, like we're so close," and all shit. The players
this,
will
is
be like,
this is my counter to you. They tried. Zinchenko, I know he wasn't a starter, multiple-time Premier League winner. Jesus, 1 star. Jorginho, 1 star. So they actually have tried to go down that route.
Yeah, but they're not winners though, bro. Because Jesus and Zinchenko,
they wasn't pivotal. I know
they wasn't pivotal. They need to go out there, yeah, and they need to buy players that have got over the line and like been a key part of it and like being that guy. Because ultimately, they have the players. Look at the squad. The squad's decent. Yeah, could they improve? Of course they could. Could they get a 9? Yeah, of course they could. The facts are they've been in the position to win the league 2 years in a row. And both times they've not won it. For me, yeah, that's more about their mentality. So, you know, they need to be buying winners. They need to be buying players that have won it and got over the line. So when they get to them that April and May, and it's squeaky bum time, yeah, the players can calm because they say, chill out, lads.
But then, LB, in that response then, for me, they're just not going to do it again because Marino, I don't think, has been there. He might have won an odd cup at Sociedad, but he's not been there and won it. And Gyökeres, look, he scored wherever he's been, Coventry, Sporting Lisbon, but he hasn't won that big league elsewhere in one of the top 5. So it's like, from what I'm hearing from Arsenal fans, that's probably going to be their last 2 signings, or most likely. I mean, if the window shuts and they sign Calafiori, Marino, and Gyökeres, I still don't think that's enough. I still think City win the league. So you're right. But then you look out there, LB, and I just, like I said, for me, Isak's I think if Arsenal was to sign Isak, I would actually make them favourites. I think he's the only line that takes them over the line. But you look at the rest, it's a tough one for them. But for me, I agree with you, LB, though. It's a mentality issue as well, 100%, because them players, I think they're mentally fragile, especially when it gets to... But that's the history of the Arsenal. Let's be honest, the last 20 years, whenever it gets to that March, April stage, they falter in most competitions they're in, bar the FA Cup. So, yeah, for me, it's still City. Do I think they'll be there and thereabouts? I think it'll be another point or 2 different. But for me, City still win it. They still win it. I won't change my mind on that.
LB, is there an area you're looking at right now where you're like, yeah, I want to go and get that guy, like to go fill that position?
DM, bro. We all know if Rodri gets injured, we're cooked.
Who do you want, bro?
I mean, Bruno was there, 100 mil. Like, that would have literally solved all our problems. Kimmich was available, not getting him. João Neves, obviously a bit more risky at Benfica, younger, only played 70 games. But, like, there's been players there. Obviously, there's other... Bro, at this point, you know, it's been 2 years. I have to get this
give it Calvin. Give Calvin another chance, man. He looks
Calvin's rejuvenated, man. He's got
He looks about it.
Yeah, that's because that guy's been playing at centre-back. You don't have to move, you know what I mean? He just... Because we all know that guy's got a ping on him, you know what I mean? But, like, when he has to run around, bro, the guy can't do it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His ping's nice. I can't lie.
Now, if Pep won't do them late moves, will he? He won't do no late moves. So I think for me, he won't sign. But listen, Arsenal, you know what it is? It's about mentally getting yourself prepared again, like going again. You know what I mean? Like you know how Man City just keep going again. United back in the day, like, you know what I mean? You got to just keep going again, bro.
But do you think, bro, do you think when you've lost it twice? Oh, go on, Dom.
bro, yesterday on Straight Facts, I posed the question about Arsenal's attack, like, and a lot of the Arsenal fans kept coming back saying we scored a lot of goals and that, but bro, seasons are never the same. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard, right? And right now, obviously, Saka, we know he's had some problems with injuries and whatnot. Let's say they get worse and there isn't a backup for Saka, because he puts up the most numbers for them in their attack. You know what I'm trying to say? So if they lose Saka, they're losing a lot of goals and a lot of assists. Whether I like him in terms of taking on his man, the guy puts up numbers. You know what I'm trying to say? Martinelli on the other side. Is there any guarantee he's going to bounce back? Because last year he was
big year for him.
Big year for him. He was poor last season, so he needs another season where he turns
Not even
up.
just poor last season. He's only had Don. They seem to, he's only had one good season. Martinelli's literally had one good season. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's been gradual. Because when he first came, he was a raw player and it was gradual improvements, but he's only really had one like solid season. You know what I'm saying? So like, is he going to be able to replicate that season again with Havertz? Yeah. Is he gonna keep improving? So there's still questions for their attack, bro. Like first half of the season, Arsenal fans, right? It's like they ignored the fact that their team weren't really playing great, but you know what was bailing them out was a lot of their set pieces that they were getting. You know, set pieces are part of the game. Of course, I would love my team to be able to score that many set pieces. But in terms of how they were playing on the pitch, they weren't performing well until the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? So what's there to say the first half of the season don't happen again and the attack, you know, isn't flowing as what it was last year? You know what I'm trying to say? So there's a few questions I've still got for them, bro. Because these guys are still young up top. They're still young, bro. You know what I'm saying?
God, so that comes on to a point that I was going to say as well, similar to that, is like, you know, like if you keep on taking L's in life, sometimes it can be hard to like fucking just keep going, innit? You know what I mean? Like if you keep failing at something, sometimes you're like, maybe this ain't for me. Like it's going to be difficult, man, for these Arsenal players to get themselves up for it again. Like I say, they've been in a position to win the league 2 years in a row, and both times they've not done it. Yeah, like to get themselves up for it again, that is long, bro. And when you've got players like Saka who haven't had no rest basically for 2 years, maybe even more, Arsenal fans will know more. Like, has he got the energy to keep going and going and going? Like, for me, I think it's crucial, that Arsenal get off to a good start. I genuinely think they've got to win like their first 5 games, man. Because I think if they start like dropping points in those first couple of games, I just think the players could be like, yo, this is another long season, man. Because ultimately, like we've all been there in life, where something's kept on going wrong. And sometimes you just like fucking can't be arsed, Like on a bigger scale, like the players might just be like, oh, this ain't for me, man. We can't do it. So this is why I think this is why it goes back to my original point. This is why I think they needed to make sure they sign winners. So because a lot of them, if you go through their team, how many of their players actually won stuff?
That's what I'm saying, bro. But they don't want Carabao Cups. They don't want the Carabao Cups.
No, that's where he's gone wrong.
For me, bro, there's something that's just telling me next season there's gonna be a big surprise, bro. Surprises, in fact, Liverpool, they're a bit of an unknown entity right now because they've got a new manager. You know what I'm saying? With us as well, we've got a new manager. We're a bit of an unknown entity. Aston Villa, how they're gonna get on the Champions League and whatnot, bro. It's up there. It's interesting right now. There's no guarantee that Arsenal finish even in the top 2. You know, I know right now they're the closest to Man City and that, but there's no guarantee they finish in the top 2, bro.
Arsenal.
Yeah, bro. There's no guarantee.
And I think they will finish in the top 2.
Who else is going to finish top 2 though?
Who's going to finish top 2?
I'm saying right now, bro. Liverpool, Listen, I don't rate Liverpool's squad overall. I don't rate Liverpool's squad overall. And right now, Arsenal for me are the closest to Man City. Facts. They're the closest to Man City. I'm just saying there's a few unknown entities. Like I said, with Liverpool.
The West London club, one of those unknown entities that can perform.
Oh, I hope we are. I'm not saying that we are. I hope we are. I'm just saying.
What, by the way, is it a wild shout?
There's a few surprises that could happen, innit? There's a few surprises that could happen. I'm just being open-minded right now, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Because I made a shout as well that United should aim to finish 3rd. Is that a wild shout as well? You man?
Oh, brother. Are you not even ready for your first game?
If that's the aim, it's not a wild shout. But if you believe that's going to happen, I mean...
No. Belief's a different thing. But I said, United should be aiming for 3rd this season. But you know what? People don't forget. It's our 3rd season, you know. Like, we're not like no babies and that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ten Hag might be not the great manager, etc., etc. But I think United in this 3rd season should be aiming for third. This is Slot's first season.
Bro, you should in theory be aiming for the league, bro. It's his first season.
I know. That's
I know you know that. I know you know that. But like, obviously, there's a lot of United fans where their standards are on the floor, and then they're happy with top 4. I mean, top 4 has to be an absolute minimum. I mean, what we're doing here, it's his third season. If it doesn't get top 4 this year, are they going to carry on going? I always hear this. We've chopped and changed managers and it's never worked. So why do we keep doing it? So if you don't get top 4 this year, and United fans are not rioting outside Old Trafford, then your club is buried, bro.
Buried, yeah.
I mean, I only think it's buried because the way some of your fans were reacting, finishing 8th, last year, your worst Premier League season ever.
How is a Man City fan doing this, but then United fans are not having the same standard? No, it's a joke, man. How is a Man City fan saying that? But then
it's because it's been a decade, bro. So over the decade, over 10 years, the brains of some of these United fans has like changed to just accept 8th.
Yeah,
8th, bro.
Yeah. I know, but you know what it is for me. With me, I've had a fresh start here. Like, not that I'm saying that I'm not on the manager's kind of like, yo, you might like. For me, he's here. I'm over it now. But at the same time, like, I'm not going. The expectation not going down. Like, this team must perform better. They must play better. We must get another trophy again this year. Standards are always a trophy. And like I said to you, you should be aiming for third. I don't want to see why. Like, for me, Tottenham, don't get me wrong. I think they've got a good style of play, but I think they're going to drop off this season. Newcastle, I don't think they've signed enough players for me. They're going to drop off. Aston Villa, how do they cope with your Champions League football? I think there might be a natural drop off there. Chelsea, the one that I think will finish 5th. I think they'll have a relatively decent season. But who else is out there that I genuinely don't know? Liverpool, the one that I'm thinking we can capitalize on the fact that it's his first season. That's why I'm going to see what Rons would have to say when he comes back. But for me, like Liverpool, they have the confidence because their team is still there. They haven't lost anyone. But what about Arne Slot? How does he cope with, you know what I mean, the amount of fixtures you get? You know what I mean? This is not the Eredivisie. You know what I mean? Like, the Premier League's a humbler. You know the ones? The Premier League's a humbler.
Nah, for real.
You know the ones there, like, it's one of them. So it could be a situation where, for me, like this season, United, in their 3rd season, we're saying that, oh, they should be aiming for 3rd. I think it's crazy, man. Like, yeah, we're shit, but still the aim expectation should be there, man. This club, Man United, Ten Hag, should be there.
Yeah, ask you a question as well, slightly different to that though. Like, because surely this year he's actually got to implement a proper playing style. Because obviously he's from Ajax, yeah. So like, surely you guys have got to be playing ball properly. Because like when I watched you last time, it was shocking. Go on.
Don't you think, LB, that he's brought in, like, well, Manchester United, the team have brought in all those backroom staff because I think they've realized Ten Hag maybe hasn't got the ability to coach that football himself. He needs the backroom staff to do it, and then he can just go out there and implement it on the actual, like,
his talent ideas.
And that's why I think they've got like rid of Steve McLaren, they've got Ruud van Nistelrooy and so on, because I think that's what the plan is. But I think it begs the question is, even if that is the plan, we all know Ten Hag in the game, when you're 2-0 down, are you going to be able to stick to that plan? Are you going to be able to adapt to it? We're going to stick, because I think what one of Ten Hag's problem has been is sort of he might start off the game one way, and then in the second half, he's like, oh, do you know what? Forget about it. We're doing this. Yeah. And it's like a whole other different style. And that's his biggest problem, isn't it?
Yep, 100%, bro. That's his biggest problem. Big up Shane Bapu. He says Don wants to stay. He finishes 2nd, but he doesn't have the cojones to say so. Also, only team that gives Man City a run. Because that's what I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to allude to that.
This is the thing they're saying. You see what I'm saying? I knew that comment would rattle them. All I'm saying, there's some unknown entities in the league right now. Yeah, unknown. That's all I'm saying. And I already said it already. Arsenal are the closest to Man City right now. That's facts. I don't know why you lot are getting so touchy, bro.
Yep, facts, bro. You know what I mean? But listen, let's see, man. But at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me go around. Where will Man United finish this season? Just quickly before, we've not got Mazarawi and we've not got De Ligt in. But as of now, where do Man United finish?
6th.
6th. George?
Yeah, I'd say 6th as well.
LB?
I'm going to say 5th.
5th, yeah. Who finished above us? Chelsea and...
I think City, Arsenal, Liverpool. And you know what, bro? I'm going to say it, man. I think Villa will do it again. I like the business. I like the business they've done.
I love how LB never involves us in these things, you know. I love it, bro. I love it.
What,
You're
football coach?
another one on my recall list, by the way. You and Dan Potts, both of you. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
There's a charge of a recall that I've got, a recall case right now. Everyone that's sleeping on my team is getting added to that list.
Are you being
my friend,
serious?
are on that list as well, bro. You.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Your club is dead, bro. What you want about? Man?
yes. There it is. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to add you on there. You know what I'm saying? Now you've been indicted. Indicted, bro.
What are you saying then? What are Chelsea doing this year?
What do you mean what we're doing next year, bro? We finished 3 points behind top 4.
Where are you finished? Yeah, it's easy to play when there's no pressure on. Where
here we go. Go check our 2024 finish, bro.
Where you finishing, bro? Where you finishing this year?
Bro, right now I've got us in the top 4. And I'll predict at the end of the window.
Oh Lord, that's
Oh Lord.
That is wild, bro. That is madness.
We'll see. We'll see. That's what I'm saying. You're documented. I'm glad that you're saying what you're saying.
Document it, bro.
Good.
We will be there.
We'll be there.
And then you'll sack him, and then you'll get a new manager in, and then we'll start the whole process again, and then we'll do the whole. We'll get top 4.
Nah, man. Did you know this is Diet Pep, bro? You know what I'm saying? This ain't no joke, man. That we've got. You know what I mean?
Yo, before we kind of end things here, want to quickly touch on Liverpool, man. But what's the situation at Liverpool, Rams, man? No signings yet, but you man beat us 3-0. You know, the one's there. Like, it's a sign.
You know what is in pre-season? Like, I care about the performance. I don't care about the result. And what's encouraging for me, there's a clear identity, even in these 2-3 games against your Arsenal, yourselves, whatnot. The scores are relevant. I just like that we're very patient. And you know the Arsenal game, I saw 2 sides to us, right? First half, up until the goal, I think Arsenal played better than us. But after we scored a goal in the first half, I think we were dominating whatnot. Second half, we made wholesale changes with young G's and we were still resilient. I like to see 2 sides of that. Against you lot, I'm not going to lie, you lot cooked us. I'm going to be honest.
Bro, please, thank you so much.
I'm going to be honest. However, side, we were more clinical because you can keep cooking us playing.
I know.
But when we need to shoot, we scored. And that's encouraging for me that we have different variations now to win. But again, I always say pre-season, you're never going to have your starting 11. You're going to have fringe players. If there's an international tournament, you're not going to have your best players back. So you can never, ever take pre-season too seriously because even Arsenal, when they won the Invincibles, they didn't win a game in their pre-season. Before we won the league title, after we won the Champions League, we only won 1 or 2 games. So for me, it's always about performances. But what's annoying for me is that this is with fringe players and young players. I want to see these performances with our starting 11. That's why I'm quite excited. But you know me, Sad. I don't think we're going to challenge this year. But I still think we get third. Like the Chelseas, the Villas, the Spurs, the Uniteds, they'll close the gap. But I still think we're better than the rest. I think Arsenal and City are a bit too much for us. But what Slot's implemented right now, I like. However, for me, it's gross negligence if we sign Gordon over a 6. A 6 is a priority. The minute Fabinho left, we need a 6. I don't know why we're always windows behind. So I think we need a 6, a left centre back. I don't even think we need a left winger, bro. We need a right winger, but you can't tell one of the right wingers, you're going to play second fiddle to Salah. And people come with this narrative, Salah won't play every game, he's getting older. Brother, he plays every game. He's our main source of output. He plays every game. So unless you're a prospect or like you're on the come up and you don't mind being a sporadic player, you're not going to play in that right. But we need a backup right winger for me. The left-hand side, we're looking at Gordon and I rate Gordon. I was rating Gordon from Everton. People only started taking Gordon seriously when he made the Newcastle. Remember, Don, I've always told you I rated Gordon, but we don't really need a look. I don't rate your Luis Diaz. You know me; he's a good footballer, but the output's not there. There's only so much tricks and fit. I've called him your rich man's Alex Saint Maximum. That left-hand side, Gakpo, I'm going to give him another season. I wrote him off early, but again, international football and Premier League and the club football is completely different. So you could say we need a left winger, but if we sign Gordon and left centre back and leave the 6 to Endo and Bajcetic has had a whole year out, so he needs to be bedded in. And Endo, let's be honest, he was good in patches, but when it mattered, I remember against Arsenal, he was good. City was good. Carabao Cup final was good. But then there's games. I remember I was at Crystal Palace away game. Klopp hooked him even before half time. Klopp hooked him at like 40 minutes. He had Will Hughes and that bullying him. So you can't have Endo as your main DM. We need a number 6. It is the most vital position, bro. We need a number 6. If we get Gordon before number 6, I'll be fuming, bro. Fuming. But in terms of Liverpool, I think signings will happen in August. We were told August. Look, I don't normally like that because it means you're behind everyone else in pre-season, fitness levels. But we'll make a few signs before the season ends. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. What you might saying of Liverpool, Don? What are you saying?
Yeah, bro. Listen, I haven't really watched much of them in preseason. I've mainly seen clips of how they're playing. It looks like he's got them. My brother's coming. He's my brother, bruv. Don't tell me I'm a road yet.
Oh
Please,
yeah, I'm Meridian.
Don't
He's
tell
on
me
his way to Chelsea.
Where is this man? Bring it up.
Here, right here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's just recycling news, man. It's just recycling news because we know this already. We know that we're still heavily interested.
Just keep a close eye on this. So he looks like Meridian is on his way, man. Come on.
It could happen. I'm not for this move. I hope he proves me wrong. Listen, I see the potential in it, but right now I need someone more guaranteed if we're going to bring in another striker.
No,
I actually think Mark Gill is better than Omarodian. That's my opinion, and he's younger than him as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
How old is this guy? Guarantees under like 22, isn't it?
I think he's 21.
Yeah, he's 20.
21.
There you go.
Mark Gill's 18, and he's better than him, bro. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, with Liverpool, bro, I like how fluid they're looking. You know, it's weird seeing them playing out from the back the way they're playing out from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like having a 10 with a Harvey Elliott there. They look decent. I don't really know much about Arne Slot, so there's still a lot more I want to learn from him. But I just don't rate their squad overall. That's the main thing for me with Liverpool, man. When I look at like their bench options and whatnot, I don't really rate it. You know what I'm trying to say? So they've got a good core. They've got winners in their team. They've got world-class players in their team. It's just the injuries, bro. When these injuries start to happen and they're going to go to their bench and that, are these guys going to be able to maintain that same quality? I'm not too sure. So we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah. Let's see, man. But listen, transfer window, it's not really hitting this year, man. I can't lie to you, man. It's been a dead transfer window.
It's dead, bro.
Dead.
I'll tell you this here, the profit and sustainability rules, I don't want to get into this again, yeah. But the owners love it, man, because it gives them an excuse. I tell you what, FSG, yeah, because they're the biggest like merchants out here, yeah. They love it, because they got all the excuses. Oh, we'd love to spend the money here, but the profit and sustainability rules, like it gives owners a reason not to spend money. That's all it does, bro. These are billionaires, man. They got no excuse not to be spending money. And if they're not spending money, yeah, then you should be getting onto them, man. That's the truth, bro. Like this transfer window is dead, and Liverpool not signing anyone. I don't know what they're doing, man. I do not buy this whole thing. Like, have you heard this narrative that's going around that Arne Slot just wanted to look at all the players and assess all the players? Like,
no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that nonsense. Because in the same breath, they're talking about we're going to focus more on young talent. I find it funny. How teams like United now want this young model. Liverpool want this young model. When Todd Bowley was seeing the vision from early and trying to see what big dog Perez does with Real Madrid.
How is it a model when you? Listen. How is it a model when you're spending about
Euro? That's
come on, man, like, bro. But that's one good signing versus your 1,000 bad signings that you've basically made.
I actually don't think. I don't think this window's been that dead. Like West Ham
it has been dead. It has been dead.
Now West Ham, bro, is maybe I don't know, man. West Ham have made some good signings. It will be very interesting to see.
West Ham have been good, yeah.
With us, we've made some huge signings that people don't really know much about as well. Like
50 million euros, man. They want 50 million euros for a Meridian. DiMarzio just come in now and said it. Basically.
I don't know what our obsession is with this guy. Honestly, bro, I don't get it.
I'm already on 50 million.
Bro, he sounds like a COVID variant, bro.
COVID variant, fam.
The best way to put it, this guy is clumsy on the ball, bro. Like in the box, don't get it twisted. In the box, he's got very good movement. Like he's more of a striker than a Jackson, innit? But just on the ball, bro, yeah, his touch, his link-up play, I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. Honestly, Gil's better than him. I'm telling you, bro.
Listen, let's see what this Gil's guy or Gil, I don't know how he spell his name, but
Gil, man.
Yeah, but then that's what I'm saying. That's not for me. They should scrap January transfer window. They should scrap that one. There's no point even doing that one because, bro, ain't nobody signing any players. If they're not signing players right now, they ain't signing players. No chance in that summer window, man. No chance. You know what I'm there. So let's see, man. Man City are quite done, to be fair. I don't think they'll buy anyone else. Liverpool still need to buy in at least a midfielder, maybe a fullback and a. Is that it?
No, fullback will be a luxury. I'd love a left back as well, side, but we'll probably go into the season with Tsimikas and Robbo. To be fair, I think we'll sign 2 minimum, and I do think it will be probably a winger in a 6. I think this is how FSG work. I think they'll not sign a centre back, even though we need one. I think they'll go into the season with Konate, Van Dijk. I think we'll keep Sepp van der Berg and Kwanzaa, which, if you ask me, the depth's not enough personally, but I think FSG will look at it as we got rice at home. Do you know that? We got stuff at home. Why are we going out and buying more? So I think we'll get 2. I think we'll get 6 and a winger. That's what I think will happen personally.
Yeah.
But we need about 4. But you know us. We never get.
Yeah.
We need about 4 or 5, but we'll only probably get 2. We will sign players though. There's this narrative that we're just going to go into the season with this squad. We will sign players. We will. It's late.
Time's ticking.
Time is ticking, bro. But
time is ticking,
players, bro.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we just need Ugarte, De Ligt, Mazraoui, maybe another forward, but who knows? We'll see what happens with
a new manager.
It's crazy how you're trying to bring in. It's crazy how you're trying to bring in another injury-prone player into this injury mess that you've got going on. It's crazy.
Bro, listen, broski, it's got to a point now where I'm beyond like caring now because they've just left it too late.
You know what side though? Yeah, I don't think I've spoke to you about this yet, but I think that's criminal from Ten Hag because that injury Euro's got, my brethren's had. He must have already come in with a certain concern.
Of course,
they played him. That is crazy, bro.
Criminal, bro. It's criminal. It's criminale.
And yeah, them injuries, they take, bro. They're very what's the word? Fragile.
It's not a joke, bro. One of my good friends have had it. It's not a joke, bro. It's
not a joke, man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not a joke. You know what I mean? So let's see, man. Yeah, the news is all breaking out now about Meridian. So yeah, Don, go live, man, in a bit, man, and talk about this one. You know what I'm saying to you? But listen, people. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, man. You know what I mean? They've had to wait a year. These are like basically fresh signings, you know.
Yeah,
all of these guys are new signings.
Wait, I'm not saying we haven't got injuries. I'm just saying, right? I wouldn't want to go and sign a player right now that's got an injury record like my man from Bayern Munich. I wouldn't want that because I know internally we need to sort things out. But this time round, bro, I can't lie. Everyone right now is fit. You know what I mean? Touch wood. Last preseason, we had a few guys that were getting injured already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're going into the season right now with a fit squad as it is. Touch wood.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Guys, we're still not even on 500 likes. You lot are mocking it, fam. There's 1.1k in here. We're not even on 500. We're on 464 likes. So over half of yous are not liking the video. You know what one's there. So people, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're closing on 100k. We're nearly on 98.1. We're 10 subscribers away from that. Big up to you lot for supporting the channel, man. You know the ones there. Don, let them know what you got coming up, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely going to be putting out a video about this whole Gallagher situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people crying online, but they want to talk about standards, bruv. If this Gallagher guy didn't play for Chelsea, no one will be asking for this guy. You know what I mean? But now they want to treat him like it's fucking Iniesta because he's from Cobham. You know, if you're good enough, you're going to get that treatment. The likes of Cole, the likes of Reece James. You know what I'm saying? It is where it is. You know, hopefully he does well at Atletico Madrid. You know what I'm trying to say? And he kicks on from there. Champions League football. It is where it is. But yeah, I'm definitely going to release a video about that. I put out some content yesterday as well for our last preseason game. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming up now, man, with the season coming up. But so big up LB, big up Saeed, big up Jules, big up Roms, big up Lee, and big up the chat, man.
Yeah, big up Lee, man. He fell asleep, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lee, man. Yeah, he got baited as well yesterday, man. Did you see his bait? Man?
That was mad.
That is mad,
yeah.
No, man. Now, I felt for him because you know what it is, man. Especially online, innit? People could be like, "Yo, this guy's the racist." Nah, man. Someone actually like baited him badly.
You know what people do as well, bro. You see how he's clearly reading out a comment. They'll trim all that away. You know?
Yeah, no, bro. That's why he clipped himself out because he knew people would clip him again. You know what I mean? So shout out to Lee, man. He probably had a nice sleep after that, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lee, man. Roms, big up, man. Let them know what you got coming up, man.
Sorry, bro. Today it's in and out. I've been in and out the stream, bro.
Nice calm,
I'll be back from proper. But yeah, my podcast with people been DMing me and that. My podcast with my boys literally on this channel here. Total Media 851. We release a pod episode each week. And yeah, you already know my socials. Big up a lot of you. Was speaking to you while I was abroad and that. For side, they love this show, bro. Now, when are you back on? When's Midday Live starting? I said everyone, obviously you in LA. I think LB was on holiday. Don's been working. Everyone's been doing their thing, but no, we're back, man. We're back. But
we're back. Yeah, we're back, man. We're back.
Big up the panel. Big up the panel. Yeah, man.
That's it. That's it, man. So people, everyone follow up the man. Them LB, man, back to work now, man. You know what I mean? The holiday season's over now, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. This is like my first midday live in like 2 months, man.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it's
I've actually
crazy.
just been ghosted on this, man. But yeah, you know, it's buying a house is long, bro. It's long, man. So
Now, big up on that, man.
Big
That's
up,
big,
man.
man. That's big, bro.
Yeah, appreciate
Big
it,
up
man.
on that.
So yeah, but we're back now, innit? So yeah, back off holidays. I'm touch wood, healthy at the moment, innit? So I'm putting out the content and yeah, man, just chilling in it. So yeah, big up the panel, man. Big up the chat as well.
Yeah, big up everyone, man. Like I said, people, make sure you like the video. We're gonna redirect to Never a Foul. They're live right now, so make sure you follow them up as well. And yeah, I'll see you lot. Straight Jacket Podcast. I think 6 p.m. we're live, people. So check us out later on. 6 p.m. Me, Nourdin, Mina, Musa will be live for Man United News. Maybe we get a here we go for Delita Mazarawi, man. Please, man. We need signings.